Alright, it looks like we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. I know this was not a planned stream, not an announced stream, not a scheduled stream, and it's at a very odd time of the day. It's about 9:30 on Mountain Pacific time, which in other parts of the world is about noon. So, sorry, other parts of America it's about noon, could be 10, 11. So I know it's a very odd time to be streaming, but I have all day that I could be streaming, so I'm gonna just stream while I'm working on this anyway. So, as you guys know from a couple months ago, oh, FPS is dying right now. Let's move out of this. As you guys know, a couple months ago, I started making my own track in BeamNG Drive, which we can see right here. I've done some work on it since then because I stopped working on it for a while. It just got a little complicated and I got a little lazy. I don't know what the frames are all about. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me save really quick and I'm going to try to reload the map and see if that fixes some of this lag because this is insane. I don't know why it's doing that much. We don't need all that. So yeah, I kind of didn't work on it for a while. For a few months, I actually didn't even know how to fix it because it disappeared. Turns out that I'm going to have to figure out how to pack the mod later anyway because the levels folder has to go into the mod folder. And it's all a bunch of weird stuff that I'm going to have to figure out. Okay, I don't know why the frames are still that bad. It's a bunch of different stuff I'm going to have to figure out later. But as of now, I got back into building it. And I got some good work done. The frames, oh my god, this is terrible. I haven't had frames this bad in a while. But yeah, as you can see, we're a lot closer to completion now, as far as lines go. We do have a few left to add kind of randomly throughout. If you look right here, I don't know if you can see my mouse or not, but we need to add lines around the red ramp and a second one around the blue ramp. But today, all I've done today is I've worked about an hour or so last night and then an hour or so today on this ramp right here, and it works beautifully. So it's a bus stack. Again, the frames are really bad right now. I don't know why it's doing that. So you can hit it like that for a sky wheelie, or you're really supposed to sling it around the corners. Let me try to get the flow down here and show you guys how it's really supposed to be done. If the frames quit acting up, oh my god. So really how you're supposed to run this is you're supposed to come around here, give it some speed. I did not line up for it very well, but you get the idea. It works really well, which is what I'm really happy with. I mean, all these ramps work exactly how I wanted them to. Nothing here is giving me trouble except the frames. I don't know why, because literally I should not be having this issue, and I usually don't. But yeah, you can just take this around this corner, full send off that ramp, and it works beautifully. Give it a bit of a wheelie. Maybe toss it over too. There's nothing we can't save. That was a cool little pirouette. If the frames even showed what was going on. Oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's horrible. See, there's no way I'm going to be able to work on the map if the frames are going to be like this the whole stream. I might not even be able to stream this, dude. I don't know why the frames are like that. Oh yeah, that ramp's a bit of a problem. I think I'm gonna put cars there. Because those ramps, like, they can give you good air and stuff, but they get in the way too often, and it just, like, messes you up. If the frames... Dude, I can't stop talking about the frames, and I know that anyone that comes by the stream is also gonna be talking about the frames, because it is annoying. But, yeah, you just come through here, and you can get a good full send, but sometimes it slings you like that. Sometimes it does what it did the last time, where it just rips an axle out. That ramp just doesn't have a ton of freestyle potential, so I'm thinking I'm gonna put, like, maybe a van stack could be cool. I don't know. There's a lot of different things we can really do here. See, like, it can work really good like that, but it's too inconsistent to have the ramps like that in a finalized track. So we are gonna change something about that. Oh, the frames are dying again. It's kind of hard to, you know, show off my track when I'm having massive lag spikes every 2 seconds for no apparent reason. Wait, what if I just restart the game? I'm gonna restart the game. Because it's bugging out way too much. I don't know why. I'm gonna blame it on the game here. Let's try to reload the game because not my lap. I always try to call it a laptop. It's a whole desktop PC setup, and I keep calling it a laptop. Welcome to the stream, Drew. So yeah, we're gonna try to redo this here. I don't know why it's bugging out so hard. Hopefully it doesn't do that this bad this time. If it does, we're gonna have to do this with no monster truck and wing it for frame's sake, and hope that the ramps I make are good enough because I don't know why the frames are this terrible. Like, they were pretty fine before I started streaming. It was when I started streaming that they really died, so I don't know. But hopefully that problem fixes itself at some point in time. Anyway, if the game loads in here, we'll get back to what we were doing. Hopefully, if the frames allow it. But I'm not sure how hopeful I really am in that. Alright. Oh. Well, let me check if... I think I'm supposed to have it in full screen. That might be the issue. I don't think I'm supposed to... I think borderless is what trips out the frames. I might have solved it there. That might have been the issue, because I can't really remember which one. I just know there's one that usually messes up the frames. I think it's borderless that does that, so I think full screen should help our frame issue right now. Hopefully. I want to really show you guys what this track is capable of for what I have on it so far. All I really need to add is I'm going to add some crush cars. Probably going to add a jammer. Other than that, maybe a couple little car stacks or something, but I really have almost everything you really need in a track on this track. So we're pretty close to what you really need for this. I just want to add a couple other ramps to make it a little better. That might be loud. It shouldn't be. I have the game sound at -29. If anything, this is really quiet, hopefully. But I'm just going to give this a little test run here around the track to kind of show off how we're looking right now. Oh no! Oh! Oh! Oh, that was brutal! That was cool though. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe be a little cautious if you're gonna cross thread like that on this map, apparently. Anyway, let's go for a full send here. Works like a charm, look at that. Obviously, since... Oh my god, the voice crack, hello? Obviously, twice in a row, dude, that's just mean. Okay, obviously, I'm using the ramp templates that you're supposed to use, so they're already going to be, like, rounded off. The ramps are already supposed to work fine, but it's a mix of trying to have them look fine and work fine, and I think I've kind of done both with this track, which is why I'm really satisfied with it. Oh, I was trying to get a stoppie off that. Oh, that was just sad. That was just all around sad. That wasn't even me trying not to save it. Like, I was genuinely trying to save that. I tried to do it Weston Anderson style. It didn't work. Alright. I also do have a ramp for skills up here. So let's show that off. You can see we got our moonwalk ramp. This is a great sky wheelie ramp over here. Which I was originally going to do vans and a bus, but that was giving it like a bit of a backflip on it, which we don't really want from that, so I changed that around. Oh, that's bad. Also, sorry, I don't have chat open right now. I'll open it up in a second in case I'm missing anything, because I know that a couple people have come through. Let me get chat pulled up on my phone so I can make sure I'm not missing anything here. Because I don't want to miss any important comments or anything. Alright. Why is it not working? Hold on. My phone's bugging. There it is. Now it's working. Alright. I have chat open. Welcome, Spin Master Monster Jam. Welcome to the stream. It wouldn't be a Monster Jam Jackinator stream if you didn't pull by at some point, would it? It's essential here. Alright, so we're gonna... What really needs to be added here? I'm gonna say crush cars on the backs of these ramps just because they're too unpredictable to the point where not only will they send you a wrong direction, which could be cool, but they can just literally rip your axle out from hitting them, and that's not really something I want to have here. So that's they're gonna have to have some crush cars or something there. Other than that, though, everything else checks out really well on this map. Let me show you guys how racing works, because it's a bit tough to really get it down right. Sometimes you'll go the wrong direction or anything. So even though it is just a straightaway drag, it can be rough. So you gotta be ready to go here. Ideally, you take it slower that first jump. Take it here, down that. That is a perfect pass. I could not have asked for anything better right there. That was absolutely beautiful. Then you could take it around too, and give it some big air. I know that probably wasn't the perfect ramp placement there. I tried to angle it a little bit, but it was giving me too many problems with like painting the ramp and stuff to have it on a little angle, so I just made it straight. So you do have to kind of sling it around back to the backflip ramp to really hit it, but it works pretty well. So this is, again, how the racing cores should work. That's a pretty good pass, but it's pretty easy to go wrong too. Let's say you give it big air right here. That will just slow down your time. See, I'm wobbling all over the place. I didn't even hit the ramp right there. Some other ways this can go wrong is maybe you hit this like that. You get a little bit of a wheelie out of it, and then you hit that with way too much speed, and it just sends you like that. So there are ways to go wrong in racing here. You gotta keep it nice and controlled all the way down to the finish line, just like that. That is how you perfect racing on this track. Thank you. Thank you, Nitro Studios. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is, it's been quite a while. You know, I started this last fall and just revisited making, changes to it yesterday. Or, sorry, Friday. I made a couple little changes, but the first ramp I added was actually today, which is this bus stack way down here, which works pretty much exactly as I would want it to. What's left to add is I'm going to add some crush cars and jammers somewhere and maybe a van stack or something like that, just to reel it all in here. But I kind of took inspiration from the you know, the MAP and the O'Reilly Outlaw Nationals. I took a lot of inspiration from that with this track. That's why it's the drag racing and everything like that too. And like some of the ramps, I try to design them kind of like Mima. Like you look at that bus stack. That's what I was kind of doing here. What did you think of World Finals 23? Personally, so I was there. So I'm going to have a huge bias towards it. Not because I think the event was good. Personally, I think the event was pretty bad. But I have a lot of bias towards it because I was there. And beyond the event, the experience itself is what made it so good for me. I personally probably liked it more than last year's because I know the amount of air was really lacking compared to last year, but there was more wow factor. Tyler Menninga had his backflip. Ryan Anderson did the double barrel roll. Colt Stevens got his save. I feel like there was more wow factor like that than last year had, whereas last year's just a lot of like early rollovers and boring stuff. But I also feel like I could see a lot of ways that last year was better than this year. So I don't really know. I'll always have bias towards this year just because I was actually there. But realistically, I think last year might have been a little better just because overall consistency and all that fun stuff, but I don't know. It's to each his own, really. I don't think there's really a right answer because it really depends what you were looking for. Neither event was amazing, so no one's gonna have a strong opinion on it. Both events, hello? Both events just kind of happened. Neither of them really super memorable unless you were there. If you were there, I mean, any World Finals is memorable if you were actually there. You know, you make a lot of memories across Pit Party and going to the show with friends and all that fun stuff. But, you know, otherwise, watching it on TV or whatever, I don't think it's really much to remember, so I don't see a lot of people having very strong opinions on it just because, I mean, there's not really a reason to. It just kind of happened. In my opinion. It really is what you make of it. I'm not going to say it was terrible, but it had a lot of room for improvement. I mean, that's just for freestyle. Racing this year was one of my favorite racing competitions ever, and I cannot explain how excited I was when Zach won. I was standing up. My voice was going away. You know, I talked to some other friends about it. Like, we were all, like, standing up crying over Zach winning. Because, I mean, that was a very emotional win, especially, you know, looking at Jamie and everyone. I think everyone was... I mean, you know, Tristan wanted to win. Howie was probably rooting for Tristan. But I think coming into that finals race, everyone really was eyeing Zach Garner getting that world championship. And he sure as hell did it. That was an absolutely amazing moment in World Finals there. And I lost my voice for the whole event. My voice was already going away after skills. Dude, after Zach won racing, my voice was destroyed, which was fine because freestyle didn't have a ton to offer anyway. Thank God, because I don't think I would even be talking right now if that was the case. And I wish that was an exaggeration, but I mean, it was pretty bad. How badly I destroyed my voice over that trip. I mean, it was gone until, like, the Wednesday after. So, yeah. It was pretty horrendous. Let's meet that right there. Alright, those should look fairly even now. This is, like, flat. I don't like that. Have some, like, curvature there. There we go. This sticks out a little more than the other one, which we're gonna fix. Let's see here. Let's pull this in. Alright, perfect. I think that's about everything we're going to need with this road feature. Now I'll probably get to putting crush cars down. What color do I make them, guys? Do I do white crush cars or red crush cars for this lane? I could do it like this, where it's blue, but I could also make it white and then just have red cars for the jammer. What are you guys thinking here? I could really see either way being the way to go, so I don't really know what to say. And I need your guys' opinion on that. What color crush cars are we going with here? Or I could just do one car, actually. Which wouldn't change the color dilemma I'm trying to solve, but I think it would make it a lot cleaner when you... Or maybe like a car and a van could be cool. I'm not sure if that would trip out racing too much. I wouldn't imagine it would. Obviously, it would give the truck some interesting sends, but I don't think it would be that bad as much as it would be fun. I don't know. I'm kind of liking that idea. The Moonhawk is always... Oh, that's not where I wanted you to go. The moon... That's annoying. Okay. Come on. Do we have to be floating too? Like, oh my... Hello? Okay. get yourself figured out here. The Moonhawk seems to have an odd color thing where it, yeah, see, it just doesn't stay the same color, and it's kind of annoying. So we're gonna aim for, oh, is that too small? Is the Legrand too small? I think it's about right. And we might actually flatten this to give more room for cars to go there. I mean, the Moonhawk is just like the perfect, okay, that could be good actually. I don't like how it funnels into the van though. That's a sports car. There, Grand Marshal. Boom. Okay. Let's see how much a van stack would trip out truck and racing. I feel like it shouldn't be too bad, I would imagine. Whoops. Just make sure they're in the ground too, so that they're not moving around too much. This is probably a horrible idea, but I feel like it adds more spice, you know? It gives the track some more flavor. I mean, I still do recognize it's probably a pretty horrible idea, but let's just give it a try. Let's give it a try before we say anything too much. I feel like it does give some more potential here for how freestyle is going to play into. I'm not going to make an individual file for freestyle, I don't think. It just doesn't seem necessary. If it was a Monster Jam one, it would be different, because, I mean, you have the turn pods and everything, but for what I'm, also, sorry, I'm trying to fix my wheel, so if there's background noise, that's why. But for what I'm doing, this is just a little fair show. You don't really need individual files for that. It's not really necessary. Let's see how this ramp works in here. Yeah, the truck doesn't really even acknowledge the fact that there's a van there, I don't think. It's not all that noticeable. Yeah, no, that's fine. And that's going to make a big difference for freestyle, too. Because if we get this turned around here, I'm going to remove this stuff, I think. It really doesn't even need to be there. And if we hit this, that's a lot smoother. So we have that figured out. We're doing van stacks there. It works way better. There's not really any downside to it, and it has a lot of upside for freestyle. So I think we're gonna roll with that. Oh! I'm impressing myself with that combo. Oh yeah, look at that. Also, I know it looks kind of goofy. I also am going to make it a horizontal split so it'll look better. But this is the backflip ramp. You really got to find the right speed to hit it at, because otherwise it could give you a weird send. It also kind of works like the early World Finals backflips, where after a couple hits, it just kind of stops working. So I might replace that later, but I think it also gives more of that, like, raw, fair feel that we're really going with here, since this is a fairground, not Monster Jam. And if you're seeing, like, Throwdown or something, they're going to use, like, some sort of bus if they're making a backflip ramp, so. Also, I'm using the Austin's Arizona Playground. It just seemed fitting that my first track should be in my home state, so that's why we did that. Alright. Track's looking good. Next, Jammer. Jammer's gonna be on the red side since that's already there. We'll probably end up putting a van stack over here or something like that. Up next, Jammer. So let's get to working on that. First off, we're gonna need to see what is steep and good for a Jammer. It's looking like ramp 2 is probably the... Okay, that's massive. We don't want that. Ramp 2 is probably going to be our best bet just for openly starting up here. So if you look at it like that, that's pretty close to what you're going to want for a jammer. I'm going to do this the way that some of those independent tours do it, where they actually embed crush cars into their jammers. I feel like that'll look best for what we're doing here. Oh, but like, I can make the backside like, I don't know. Let's just get all the pieces we're gonna need here, and we'll try and throw it all together and see how it works. So we're gonna need a crush car here. We'll just spawn in the red one since it's what we already need. And then we're just gonna. Why is it on an angle? That's gonna bother me. It's also gonna. No, actually, we need a Moonhawk. This won't work with this car. This needs to be a Moonhawk, or else it won't work at all. So let's actually do that. And the reason it needs to be a Moonhawk is it needs to be like, it needs to have that rough edge on it. See how this is round? If we have it on the side right here, it has all this stuff right there. With a Moonhawk, it's a lot flatter and it gives the truck more of a kick, which is what we need when we're making a jammer. Alright. We're gonna get rid of the tires and stuff later if this ends up working the way we need it to. Yeah, no, the car's on a big angle. We're actually gonna use the shadow as guidance here. Try to line up the shadow. That's actually pretty nice. Then we're gonna take this here. Take it. Hello. Take it down. Oh, that's not doing what we want it to. Did I just move the world? Hold on. Okay, well, anything that got moved right there should be undone, so that's fine. Then you need to be rotated to there and there. Shift that down to there. Rotate that to there. Perfect. Actually the other side might be better. Let's see. That lined up right? Yeah. This side might be better. I don't know though. Well, I guess it's probably not. Yeah, because that's going to come out too far, so let's just do the other side. Oh, apparently I can just move it like that. That's a lot more convenient. That's solvable. Okay, we don't need to be bugging out here. So we're going to want this to go right up to where that car ends. We're going to have to scale that down a bunch. There's no reason for it to be that large. It's just a little jammer ramp is all we're putting here. And we're going to get that mesh lined up just to where we need it. And then on the other side, I want to give it a little bit more of a ramp. So that's way too big. That's not what we want. We need like a little ramp, please. Yeah, that's fine. Well, we could scale it down anyway. So let's see here. We want this to all function like a jammer, keep in mind. That's our end goal here. And again, this is my first map. So I've never made a jammer before. I don't really know exactly what I need to do. So I could be making some stupid mistakes right now, but to my knowledge, I'm doing pretty decent at the moment. Is that gonna be upscaled? No, that looks fine. Let's scale that out just a little more. And then we're gonna just basically test this out and see if this works. Hopefully this doesn't create any issues here. It shouldn't. Shouldn't give us any trouble. And this might look really bad. We'll find out. Or, well, we're not really about the looks as much as the functionality. This might work really bad. Shoot. 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 I thought we were the monster truck. Okay. We needed to have it locked in position, that's why. We'll fix that, it's fine. At least we know now, because it would have been annoying for that to end up being a problem when people play the actual map, to not have it locked in place already, so yeah. We'll fix it. It's trial and error here. Come on down. That's supposed to move you down. Oh no, because it's sideways, so red moves down. Alright. Also, I know this might be really boring for some of you guys. It's a long process. It's not gonna go fast. It's not gonna be fun too much for people watching. I just figured I would stream it rather than not, because I mean it gives you guys something to watch, and I feel like it's pretty interesting, so it should be cool here. And let's make sure these are on can save as well. And lock position. Oh no, we don't care about me. These ones can save. You're already at can save. Let's lock. Lock, 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 lock. That should make it so that they can't move, to my knowledge. Alright, anyway. Let's test out this jammer here. It's a bit tall, that's one thing I'm noticing. Oh, okay. Too steep? I think it's too steep. Let's see. Let's see what we can fix up here. We made a mini flip, dude. Oh my god. That's not what we were aiming for. So maybe this side is more what we're trying to do. That's still like a straight vertical, dude. So, yeah, we went way too steep. We literally just made a mini flip ramp, dude. I kind of want to keep it almost. It's kind of cool. Should we keep the mini flip? Guys, let's make a vote. Should we keep the mini flip? I'm gonna put a poll in chat. I'm gonna put a poll in chat here. How do I do that? I forgot. I'll have to do it from my computer because my phone counts as a spectator. Let's run a poll. Should I keep the mini flip? Alright. There you go. Put your votes in, because I personally think it's kind of cool. It's funny, and it was a pure accident, but I feel like it's fairly consistent. I mean, I don't see a reason that it would stop working over time. You really just have to hit it with the right speed. But I mean, it works really well. It just, like, has to be... You just gotta hit it with the right speed or you'll get sent the wrong way. But, like, it can work really well. I don't know if that worked. I'm not seeing the pull here. Oh, there goes the tire. That's actually so fun, though. I kind of like this idea, guys. I want to keep the mini flip. Albeit, we are still going to have to make a jammer somewhere, but... I really like the way this is working here. Because it's, I mean, it works every time. Again, you just gotta hit it with the right speed. If you just blindly go at it like this, you're just gonna get sent weird. Like, if I just start accelerating here, it can get a little wonky. But if you actually hit it the way you're intended to hit it, it works really well. So do we keep this, guys? Do we keep the accidental mini flip going? We got 100% yes on that. Alright. We're gonna keep the mini flip then. I'm gonna have to find something to do with the jammer because I feel like it's kind of essential for the kind of track style I'm going for, but we'll see. As far as the backside goes, that's given like straight sky wheelies right now, so we're gonna fix that up here. This is gonna be extended out. And that might give more of a jammer feel. So if you're hitting it from the other side, maybe you'll get wheelies. But yeah, this is a mini flip. At least maybe for now. Maybe it'll get changed when we try to smooth it out, but right now it's literally a mini flip. So let's see. We have to do this smooth still, so maybe that changes, but let's get rid of this first. Let's see what really made this a mini flip. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like hitting a wall coming right off this ramp. But it's pretty cool. So, what needs to happen here? First of all, let's test the face of this ramp that we just made before we start getting to too much. Oh, I just pressed the wrong button. That's what we need. Actually, here's what I'll do. Alright? Because we already know how all the faces are going to interact. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to invert everything. And here's how we're going to do that. So this is all going to have to get flattened out, unfortunately. Which can be kind of annoying, but it should work fine. Just don't elevate, please. Right, that should work fine. Perfect. So the way this is going to work is we're going to take the rotate tool. First off, for this car. Oh, right, it's locked. Which is good. That means the locking is working. But we don't need that quite yet, because we're still working. We're still editing. Alright? We're just going to give everything here a nice 180 flip. And then we're going to move it all to different parts. And what this is going to do for us is it's going to make the same ramp we just had, but in opposite directions, so that we still have a jammer in a pretty good spot, which will get the truck to do a wheelie across the whole floor, but the mini flip isn't taking up that spot, and the mini flip gives more room to accelerate towards it as well. So it's gonna keep the same ramp, but it still keeps us with that jammer that we need, hopefully. If all checks out, which it should, because I mean we kind of just proved that it should work correctly, then this should be perfect. So if we align with mesh here, in theory, maybe not in practice, but I mean it should, because we literally just done a ton of testing with it. If we go like this, let me fix my wheel again. It's been tripping up a little bit here. So in theory, if we do this, this should be a mini flip. Oh, okay. Something's not quite right this time. Okay, yeah, it's very consistently, geez, not working right now. Maybe we move the car outwards some more. Let's try that. So let's move the car closer. So we're going to take you and put you more like that. It's trial and error, because we know that this combination works. We just have to get it down correctly. So my wheelie bar is getting caught on something. Let's see if we can figure out where that problem is from. Let's try to give it a little bit of a side view here and see. Let's see if we can catch where that error is really coming in here. So it's catching the ramp itself, it looks like. But that's weird because I don't see why that wouldn't have been a problem before. But that one is actually a pretty clean rotation too, so I don't know. Yeah, see, it did it again there. So I don't know what the big issue is here. Okay, so it's bumping at the very top. I don't really know how to fix that because it was never a problem before. Why is it doing that now? That's kind of weird. But we have found what the issue is. So let's try to go back into World Editor here and see how we can fix that. First idea is we can do this. But I have a feeling that won't work. We can try it. We'll see how well it works. So now the car's being grabby. So maybe we actually need to make it taller. Maybe the car's giving us some trouble. Let's try that out. What if we actually, instead of making this smaller, what if we make it taller? Here, so we're gonna actually... Here, align with mesh up. And let's see how well this works. Hold on, guys. Give me just 1 second here to figure something out. Alright, sorry, we're back. Alright, let's try this again. So, we've done a couple adjustments there. So, making it shorter didn't work, and the old length wasn't working, which I think would have been because of the car placement. We tried making it a bit taller this time. And it's still getting caught on something that it wasn't before. I don't know why it's doing that. Because if it wasn't getting caught before, it shouldn't be getting caught now. So I don't really know what the big issue is here. Let's put this back down to the size that it was. And then let's take the car and move it in a little bit more. And then, boom. And we'll see if that works, but I feel like the truck's gonna get caught on that again. See, that was more like a wall. Guys, I thought switching it around was gonna be a simple process. I think it's a problematic process. We're getting some not so good results out of this here. Hopefully we can get things down here. So, I think it's going to need a little bit more of a build-up there. Okay, I'm just going to redo my wheel entirely, because it's having issues all over the place right now. Alright. So, first thing, this definitely got a little shorter than it should be. And then let's give it a little more build. We'll see if that really works out here. So, terrain up. And let's give that a try. There we go. I think that's more what we're looking for here. Oh. There we go. I gassed out of it a little too much, but that wasn't really affecting anything. A lot of it is just hitting it right. If I hit it like that, it's literally picture perfect. But if I hit it wrong, it like messes it up a bunch. And I really want it to be consistent. So I guess it is consistent, you just have to hit it right. If you hit it wrong, it's not consistent anymore, but then that's driver's fault, not ramp's fault, so I feel like it's fine then, right? Because it's giving perfect rotations there, so it should be an acceptable way to do this. And then if we go over here, the jammer should still check out. Oops. Slight mistake. Alright. Yeah, the jammer should work fine here. And it does. It's giving us the wheelies that we're looking for flawlessly. If you hit it right. If you hit it with too much speed, you just get a sky wheelie. That's how any jammer works. If you hit it like that, you get the wheelie you're looking for. So I've actually made 2 very major ramps today. And the reason I really took so long to get back into this after I got it working again is because I was scared of trying to make these ramps really. So I was worried they just weren't going to work properly. But I mean, it took a little trial and error, but it works perfectly for what I wanted it to. And all that open floor space just gives so much room for a good wheelie like that. Let's tear an axle right here. Why? Because it's fun. I could have gassed out of it. Why? I didn't want to. It was more fun to destroy the truck. Let's take things back around to the mini flip here. Yeah, see, if you hit it wrong, you're going to get something like that. You really got to hit it right. It's all about a slow approach. Slow approach, then throttle out. That's what you need to get here. Oh, that was a bad attempt. But, I mean, it worked. It did give us a mini flip. It was forward momentum, which is honestly cooler, but yeah. It's a little rough around the edges. You just really gotta line up right. So if I go all the way over here right, if I just accelerate towards it, and then give it a little brake tap, and then gas again, see what happens? You have to really creep up on it. So I give it a lot of speed here, and I slow it down a bunch. That's how you have to do it. Can I do a front flip here? Hold on. Ah, I wasn't supposed to steer and wheelie. I should have set it down and then wheelie, and then it would have straightened out. But yeah, look at that. It just, okay, well, I steered a little odd, but I mean, it works. So, next step is painting. I want to paint this the same way I painted that, I think. And we're also going to have to smooth it out a little bit, which hopefully shouldn't mess up the actual hits on them. So, here's what we're going to do here. We're going to go Smooth Tool. Just give it a little raise like that, which actually worked pretty flawlessly, if anything. You just got to get it, like, right up to it. See that? And let's take this inside of here and smooth that all out. Oh, look at that! Oops. Okay, so we had it perfectly there. We just can't get it to mess up the actual ramp. That is perfect. I mean, it literally looks like an actual ramp now. Obviously, apart from the fact that it's not painted and stuff quite yet. That last one messed it up. There. But yeah. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I guess I did that right here and didn't really notice it. That's fine. I mean, you're not really going to see that part anyway. It's kind of under the car. So for as much of what we needed from the smooth tool, I mean, it literally looks perfect. Like, I don't know if I could have asked for something much better here. I don't really like how rough these corners look, but I don't really know if that's an end of the world thing. If anything, you just gotta like grab it and give it a little down. No, that messed it up more. All right, we'll just leave it. I don't want to mess it up because it's working fine and looks decent. That's what we're looking for here. Now, we're going to decal it. Get everything. Oh, I don't know why it does that every time I try to change material here, but it always does. Let's drop a save really quick. We don't want to lose all this work we've done. Oops, I just pressed the Windows button. That will lag us out if I don't fix that quick. Dude, I could not ask for this to be going any better right now. Like, this is all going really well. And I mean, I know this one was an accident and stuff, but like, it was a good accident. It was a happy little accident. It's perfect right there. Dude, this is going so well. This is like actually really good. It's gonna be a while until I figure out how to really post any of this stuff, but I'll have it for myself for a while before I really start struggling with any of that. What the? Hello? Okay. That goes to the corner. Okay, that's a pretty perfect jammer right now. Am I doing black again? Yeah, I liked that. It looks good. We're gonna do black again. So we're gonna take this terrain painter. Now we're going to go to dirt 12. We're going to fill everything in here. And we're going to round that out in a second once we get to the other lines. This is just a rough sketch for now, to make sure we're liking the color scheme and everything like that. But I'm pretty confidently sure that we are. Yep, that's pretty perfect. I'm very happy with the results we're getting today so far. Next, we're going to round this all out here. Which should be fairly simple to do. Pull that out to the edge. Pull that out to the edge. Alright, let's make that not feel weird like that. Alright. That's a good ramp right there. I'm very happy with this ramp. I'm very happy with how this ramp is turning out. Let's give it its other thing here. Chalk line. Right. Pull that out there. Let's just turn that in just a tiny bit. Perfect. And we're going to clean that up in just a second when we get to the rocky dirt part. Rocky dirt is the name of the base brown dirt that is all over the track. So we're just going to clean up around the edges with that. And I think that's done. That should be our next ramp down there. Whoops. Look at that. Oh. Ooh. Okay, I'm debating putting a ramp right in between these, but I don't really know what it would be. Because this ramp's already right there anyway. I don't really think there's enough potential for that. But I am thinking of putting a car jump around here. Not like just like a car stack, but like a jump with cars embedded into it. Before we do any of that, let's actually get what we need for this. So we're just gonna, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clone you. You're gonna go right over here. And we're gonna clone you. Because this should save all of our things except the color, which we can then fix ourselves. Alright, well, that's a bit, like, claustrophobic, but obviously that's not permanent. So this should just let us change the color, and it will save all the other settings that we've been needing on that. See, you guys are going to need a semi-decent computer if this map goes public to play this. Just because there are quite a few crush cars. They're the FPS cars, so you should be fairly fine, but if for whatever reason your computer can't quite handle even the FPS ones, then you'll probably get some lag issues, but it shouldn't be that bad. There's FPS cars, probably going to be about maybe 12 to 15 of them by the time this track is done. Because what is there now? There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if you include the buses, 8 cars if you include the vans, and then 10 with the buses. Which isn't that bad. It shouldn't give you that many lag issues. If it does, it's gonna be a computer problem for you, and I can't really help with that, unfortunately, because I mean this map I'm really going for the pinnacle of what I can do, and in order to really obtain that, I need to go with a lot of these crush cars here, and yeah, you're just going to be able to handle it. Let's make sure these are on can save. All these cars need to be on can save. If you don't put your cars on can save, then the next time you load up the map, they're not going to spawn. That's not going to be any fun. But this is really close to completion. Like, I know there's a few things that still need work, but this is definitely, we're coming up on the end here. I'd say maybe an hour or two more of work, and we could have this map done. Ideally a little more for cleanliness sakes, to clean up any edges and stuff like that, but overall, this map does not have a lot of time left of work. And it flows pretty well. Obviously, whatever I do end up finishing today, it's not like the final version. There's going to be probably some tweaking and stuff done over time, but it will be like the first actual version completed, which is a huge step forward, not just for this map, but in general. It's my first map ever, so like, I don't really see any major issues with this map. Like, I know there's some little things that could be better, but overall, this map doesn't really have any huge downsides to it, I don't think. And I could be wrong, but, like, if someone else released this map right now, I would probably not even think there's much really to be fixed with it. And again, it's not like a big Monster Jam map deal. It's just a little fair show. So it's not like it's a huge issue if there's like something wrong, because it's not perfect. It's not a multi-billion-dollar company running the show anyway. But yeah, I think we're gonna be done today with at least the first version of this map. I might have broke a tie rod. No, I'm good. So yeah, right there, the area I just drove through, I think we're gonna put a pretty good car jump for some full sends. Since we have the bus over here, I want a full send ramp on this side too. It just won't be as big. It'll be like one of those little ones with a couple cars. Kind of like what Monster Jam had on the paperclip track. That, in the new paperclip, turned into the mini flip ramp. Kind of like that, except it won't have the mini flip in it. That's the kind of ramp style that I want to design there. Alright, so, we are almost done with this entire map. What we really have left is, I'm gonna actually paint this white again. I changed it yesterday or Friday, I mean, but I don't know. It shouldn't have been changed. I think it just looks, it matches with the other ramps way better to just stay white. So yeah, let's just do that. It's not hurting anyone. No point in having it all be brown. Doesn't really look that great. I don't really like that. I might put a little bit of brown into the white, but I mean, you don't really notice it. Yeah, we're gonna keep that separate there. It just looks nicer. I think the reason I had it different before is because there was a little bit of white going past the... Oh, dang it, I hate when this happens. Okay, we'll have to do that to fix it. It's kind of annoying. I don't really know what causes that to happen. It's like when I'm moving and have the thing selected, it like bugs out. But yeah, it's fine. This has a dip in there. I don't know why that is. We're gonna probably fix that in a second. I don't know where that even came from. Actually, that's fine to be filled in like that. It just makes it look like it's more chalk. Yeah, that just looks... It blends in with the other ramps more. And I know it's like a lot of white, but again, I'm taking a lot of inspiration from MAP and the O'Reilly Outlaw Nationals and like the Miami shows and all that. And this is really the color scheme that they go for there, so I mean it's really fine. If they even use it in real life, then you know it's pretty well set there. My posture doing this right now is awful, by the way. Like, really bad. Oh, that's really uneven. We're gonna fix that in a second. I don't know why it's like that. Let's get all this down. Okay. I think if we paint this over, it should look better then. Yeah, it looks a lot more even now. I don't really know why it was giving me issues, since it really shouldn't have been. Oh, you know what it is? One of these ramps is wider than the other one. It's too late to fix that now, though. We'll just... Yeah, there we go. That's better now. And then we're gonna fix that all up because the colors got weird when I was trying to fix that issue. Because you want it to be even, make it look nice and clean. If people are like me, they will notice when it is not, and it will be annoying. There we are. Yeah, that was a very small detail, but you really don't want things like that to be too uneven, because it can... It just messes up. When everything else is perfect and then there's little messed up lines like that, it just makes it look like you tried hard on one part and then got lazy in another. You want the whole thing to be very clear that you put your time into it, and you can't really have stuff like that. Not to me. I can't settle for that here. I have to do all of what I can. As far as that goes, that all looks pretty good. Bugs out when you get far, but once you're closer, it looks fine again. Sticking out a little there. I mean, all in all, we could be done right now, and it would be a good track. I do want to add 1 or 2 more ramps, like car stacks and whatnot, but, like, this is, like, a pretty complete track. We're gonna have to do a full show on this track once it's done, or, like, a freestyle or something like that. And this is, again, a huge milestone for me because this is my first map. I know for some people, making this map wouldn't be extremely difficult, but this is my first complete map, so it's pretty exciting for me. I am going to have to do some more learning before I can just, like, export it out, but for the actual track building part of it, we're pretty clean. I think at this point in time I can get rid of most of these ramp things since the ramps that they are needed for are already pretty much done. But yeah, I could not be any more ecstatic with how this ramp is looking. Or, not just the ramp, but the whole track. That ramp, though, is honestly pretty perfect. And it was all an accident. All we wanted was a jammer like that, and then a useless other side. Instead, we settled for a jammer with a mini flip on the other side, which is pretty interesting. And it just works perfectly. I know I'm not building right now. I'm just trying to take in how much of this track is actually complete because, I mean, again, coming into this week, I didn't have like half of this done. So, we've done a lot of work and it's all paying off perfectly right now, which is really satisfying. Alright. Yeah. This is going really well. So, up next, we're going to put that car stack I was talking about. So, here's what I mean by that, if you guys couldn't pick up on what I'm talking about. So, first off, we're going to need a pretty good ramp that gets air, but isn't too steep. Something like this. And let's do a size comparison to the truck. It's about the right width. I want to put it about halfway down the track so that the truck has time to build up to it. Maybe a little, actually maybe a little more over here would be good. Nah. There's already some stuff going on over here. We'll just put like some little cars over there or something. So here's the idea. We have this ramp, which is made to get pure big air. We could even scale it up and out a little bit. Just like that. That might actually be tall. For how tall that jammer is. Like, I underestimated how tall that was gonna be. And then we're gonna put flat top. This is where the cars are gonna go onto. We might actually do a van and a car or something. I don't know. Now, we already have a few vans here. Car size, probably put them to about there. And then we're gonna just shorten that down. We need it to be about 2 cars big, which is pretty close to already. Maybe just one more expand. That was 2, but it's, yeah, let's give it one less. That's pretty good. And then we're going to maybe a bit of a wheelie ramp. Oh, that's not a wheelie ramp. Maybe a bit of a wheelie ramp, but nothing too crazy. Because we already have that jammer over there. Just something that's not as much made for distance, more made for vertical. But, again, not made to get like a wheelie. More or less just to get vertical air rather than distance air, since distance air is for the other side. I think we went one too far. So everything's checking out right now. I'm not really seeing any major issues here. We're just make this smaller because this is not really made for what the other side's made for. This one's more made for actually hitting the cars. So with this ramp, you're actually gonna, you know, go and hit the cars. If it's too small, it's pretty easy fix. We just have to make the flat top a bit bigger and then scoot one of the other things out, but it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, when you look at a big reference point like this, the truck has all this room to accelerate and get air, then whip around back, do this or something like that. So that all checks out pretty well. I'm not really liking these Moonhawks. I might change what kind of car I put there. I don't like the way the paint works on those. And then before we add any cars, we're gonna see how well these ramps generally work for the purpose we're trying to get them to serve. So let's just fill that all in. They should work pretty well. Let's just make sure that that's true. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. That's great. And that's exactly what I just described to you guys, too. You hit the first ramp, you come around, hit that ramp, and then let's say you're going to come hit it with more speed. You're coming around the bend here. My rear steer's been acting up a little. My left arrow key's been giving me a little issues lately. Look at that. That's exactly what we wanted there. And then we're going to make sure the other side also works right. Because it would suck to have one side be perfect and the other side just send us onto our lid. It's a little harsh on the truck, but I think once there's cars there, it won't be as bad. I might make it a little bit less steep like that, and then the cars will give it more of that vertical distance anyway. Just like that. And then we're going to fill that in. So everything here does check out, which means we can get to the cars now. We already know how to do that all, so we're just going to go here. We're going to try to face fairly straight so that it gets rid of a lot of the rotating issues. We're going to spawn new, and then we're just going to clone whatever this is, because we don't really need two different types here. F11. Let's move the car in to the spot that we want it. Make sure it's pointing straight enough before we clone it to another car. And it is. It's pretty perfect. I could use a little rotating here, but not too much. Like that. Yep. Alright. So we're gonna take this, config. We're gonna go with the, let's just see what car we like here. Too small. I know I don't really like it right now, but this might be the only car that fits properly. I think the Blue Buck probably could, but it's kind of odd for the track style we're making. But I have a feeling that that or the Moonhawk are the only ones that will fit here. The limo's gonna be too big. Wendover is gonna be too small. Oh, the limo just messed that up. That's fine. You know, I hate to say it, but we're gonna have to use some more Moonhawk. We need more Moonhawk here. So we're gonna make you red. Maybe if we darken it, it actually looks a lot nicer. We just have to make it darker. And then windows, you don't need windows for anything. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we're just gonna clone this. Is it too bright? No, it's fine. Then we're gonna clone this. That's not where I wanted you to go at all. Which is fine. Did that reset the paint settings? No. I guess it's just where it is. Now, I'm gonna take this back into here. Rotate. And you're already about where you need to be. Just embed you there a little bit. You'll have a pretty similar fate. But I don't know why you're also rotated. Okay, we don't need you anyway. Alright. I actually want this to be more into that. I want the truck to collide with that car. This car is getting jumped over anyway. The rounding tool, it looks a lot weird right now. The rounding tool is gonna fix that up. It looks a little messy, but again, it's not like we're making a Monster Jam track. It's a little fair show. No one's gonna care that much about how clean the lines look if it was a real life thing. So, I'm not all that concerned. Is it ideal? No, but we could always clean that up in a later version anyway. This is just the very first version that we're trying to complete today on this stream, so we shouldn't get massive issues from that. This ramp's all kind of blended together over here from the other tool, but we'll find our way around it eventually. Oh. Just want you to come right up to here. Alright, we're really in the final stretches right now. This might be the last dirt ramp I'm actually making. I might just do a car stack or something to finish it out. Alright, we're just gonna paint this, and that will be one of the last ramps, maybe even the second to last ramp, at most, done. We're probably going to put something around here or maybe over here or something, but, I mean, we're like, I don't want to over-clutter either, so we're really close to being done. Like, what I said about over-clutter is this is really close to the wall. Trucks should have to, like, go through here if they want free space, so. I don't want to over-clutter it, which I might have already done, to be honest. I might have to get rid of one of these ramps at a future point, but for now, it's fine. Put that all there. That all there. That all there. That all there. Then we're going to go for dirt 12. Pull this all in. And this is almost done here. We're just going to give it some decals. Give it that nice little roundy round here. I'm actually going to give it an extra one because it's really long. So, so I'm going to want to give it some more morphability here, some more options to really change it around because, I mean, it's going to need it since it's so big. Because the other ramps are a lot shorter, so it's not really as difficult. This ramp is a bit longer, so it's more ideal to have more overall control. That's why we have 5 points down instead of just 4, which is what we've done on, I think, every single other ramp here. Alright. That's not good. We're gonna actually want to pull this out more. Pull this around there. Let this meet just about in here. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. That's pretty fine. This side's definitely not, but that's fine. We're still just getting to that one anyway. We're gonna thin this out. Trying to make the both sides of it even. The ramp looks a lot bulkier once these lines are in. We should actually probably thin these down quite a bit. It's not perfect, but it's probably as good as we're gonna get here. Well, as good as we really need to get. We'll probably do any corrections if it's that noticeable, but I really don't think it will be. Like, that little spot's gonna need to be fixed right there. No, I'm gonna... Dude, my posture right now... Oh, it's literally terrible. Like, I don't think it could be any worse. Any more necessary cleanup will get done. Usually just around the corner since we're going from square to round. But a couple things here are going to have to be modified. This needs to meet. My dogs are barking. I can hear them. So we really just have to round those corners off a lot for this to work right. Gotta make them like, if a 90-degree angle was round, that's what it would look like. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's not completely perfect, but I mean, it's again, it's as good as it really needs to be for what it's worth. This is, I mean, it's not like, here, let's actually reset everything. I want to give this track a run here, because there's only really one thing left to really do. One or two, maybe. But everything is pretty much complete here. Which I'm really happy about, because everything really worked perfectly with this map. Everything I envisioned, like, I would envision something, try to get it done, and it worked perfectly. Every single time. The one thing that's a little odd is the jammer, but I mean, because I had the mini flip, but that's not really a bad thing that went not as planned. It's kind of cool, if anything. Oh! Oh, that was really rough. That was really rough. I'm considering putting cars here or something too. Like those faces are okay. These ones are actually really nice to hit, the backsides, the racing lanes. As long as you don't hit them too hard and break a tie rod, like they work pretty well. Like, I don't know, that just seems a bit harsh, but I guess no one's really hitting those like that anyway. At least you shouldn't be. If you are, then that's your problem. I know it's a bit laggy, because when I stream maps with a lot of cars, it just kind of does that. If there weren't so many cars, it wouldn't be an issue. Because off-stream, it's not that bad, though. Because it's having OBS running, too, that makes it lag out like that. Whoa! What? Backflip time. Oh, I hit it with too much speed. I had too much. It wasn't as much a speed as it was momentum. It was my tires were already rotating too much. You gotta hit it slow like that. Which is about how a real life mini flip would work as well, so. Oh, I still have to repaint this bus. I think I'm gonna change the color from white. We'll actually do that now. Oh, we also have to save these cars over here. They didn't really sound like English, I don't think, but. You need to go on can save, you need to go on can save. There's like a weird bumpiness over here. Yeah, right there. I want to get rid of that. It's bothering me. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, that's the opposite of what I wanted. Here, if we turn this down... No. Alright. I might have to use the flatten tool and then redo that. It's just really bothering me. It just looks goofy. Because the other side isn't like that. So it just ends up looking strange. Is that going under the normal level? Because if it is, it shouldn't be. There we go. We just want that to not impede with the regular floor. Like it is right there. We need that all to stay the same level. We just need this to change. Something got below the ground level over there. Alright. This is... there. Now why is that too much? Can we flatten? Or will that bring it down? That brings it down. Okay, I know how to fix this. Sorry, I'm wasting a lot of time on this. It's just driving me kind of crazy. I know what to do though. It's a solvable thing. This will speed up the process, or at least it should, of what we're trying to do here. See, this really is showing what I'm talking about. This does not need to all be like that. That could just be down and we'd be happy. So we're gonna do that. That part we can fix by hand, I believe. This is gonna have to go. Everything else here, honestly, it already looks pretty decently fine. Again, it's just tiny details that bother me. That won't really matter that much to most people, probably. I just don't want it to be like that. And again, anything that's wrong here, this is only like the first version of this map. Once we call this complete, that's the first version complete. We still have more to go after that, just like little corrections and stuff. And then, eventually, we'll be moving on to more maps. That'll be fun, won't it? Alright, is this the normal smooth? Yeah, it's the right smooth, so I don't know why it's still going into the floor like that. It shouldn't do that. Oh, that... Wow. Interesting, we just made the biggest pothole I've ever seen. Alright, we're gonna redo this here. I'm just gonna redo this whole little thing that we had going. It's not really working the way we wanted it to. Is this bringing it down again? Why is it doing that? We just flatten this all out. Okay, this is a bit bothering now. Let's bring that thing back again. Actually, that's the only real trustworthy way to do this, because otherwise you mess stuff up. This also helps us see where we're going wrong. So all this brown needs to go away. Only the white's supposed to be elevated, but even then, it's going to be elevated wrong. So we're just going to take this, and we're going to redo all this area here. We're going to redo all of this here. Let's align all that with mesh. And we're just going to re-round it out. As you can see, that all works pretty well. Let's get rid of this. That was a different flat top, apparently. Oh no, that was a chalk. Yeah, we don't want to get rid of that. Alright. This can go. So now we're just gonna smooth that out, kind of like that one is, where it's all staying in the lines, because that's all the ramp is. There's no need for anything. It's way too early for this. I know, that's what I said at the start of the stream. I started the stream, I was like, it's a very odd time to be streaming. But, hey. We're almost done. I can't even, like, we are so close to being done. We're gonna be finishing in this stream, I'm pretty confident. If we don't, then something went wrong, because, I mean, I can't even start to explain how close we are to actually being finished with this map. And how exciting that all is, too. After all this time, my first map, we're finally closing in on being done. So let's quickly do a bit of a demonstration here for how this map runs right now. That's not where you're ideally starting. I just happen to have a spawn set there for some reason. But everything with this map functions pretty much picture perfectly. I keep forgetting to recolor that bus. We'll get to it soon. And this map, one of the ideal things on it is it's pretty easy to find your flow. That was one of the main goals I had with making this map, is I didn't want it to be hard to kind of search for your next hit. So everywhere you go, there's a way, there's a ramp that you can be hitting. So where you actually spawn is you're going to spawn here. It's a mix of wanting to be able to find that flow, but also not over cluster, which is a kind of a hard boundary to find, but it's survivable. And we're really close to being done. Like, if I get rid of all these white ramps, this could be a finished map. I just want to add one or two more things to fill the dead space on the other side. But after that, I think we're about done here. So let's get rid of all these templates, because we don't need any of them anymore. We will once we start making other ones, but we don't need these particular ones. These were for if we had to fix something with these other maps, ramps, which right now we don't. So all these are gonna go. And actually, this might be good here. Like, there's a lot of dead space here, so I think I'm gonna fill it in, but when you really look at this, where's this? What? I don't know why that's still there. That's just that? And where's this at? It's underground? Okay, I think everything checks out now. Let's change this bus real quick. And it's on can save, so I don't know if that includes. No, we'll have to change the colors and then save it again. Oh, can I not do that? I guess that's not an option with the buses, so that's fine. We'll just have it be white. Just want to make it a much more flat white for how this is gonna work. Let's I guess give this map the test. I think we're gonna add 1 or 2 ramps, but other than that, I think this whole track is about ready to go. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any major statements left to make with this map. Like, pretty much everything that can be done has been done. I do feel like it could use just one more ramp somewhere in all this dead space, but not like even a full-size ramp, just like a little car stack. Or like a van stack to fill the space. Oh, that's gonna be rough. Oh, is that a tie rod? No? How is that not a tie rod, dude? That was brutal. Whoa. That didn't really work out in my favor. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these vehicles from over here. All they really do is give us something to crash into. Not even in a cool way, they're just there. I might put a car stack over there, actually. This is a very car-heavy map, I'm noticing, so... Yeah, you do need a computer that can handle that, but... Alright, yeah, I'm really happy with how this is all looking. I'm gonna add a car stack, and I think we're good to go. Maybe add two. I'm gonna add a van stack around here, car stack around here. So let's get to that. It's a bit of a unexciting process, just basically copy and pasting cars, but hey, oh well, what you're gonna do. So let's do this here. We're gonna put the Rucklebash in. This will become a van. Actually, no, let's make this the car and then we can copy and paste this. Yeah. Alright, so you're gonna become Moonhawk. No windows. No tires. No, we're gonna embed them in dirt, so tires can stay. Give you a little blue. Well, not fully embed them in dirt, just give them little dirt leads on both sides. And then you're gonna get clone. And then we're gonna make that van as well. I'm just gonna clone this and turn it into a van because it keeps all of our I can't talk, all of our other settings for colors and stuff. No. No, we're not doing Moonhawks, actually, because it won't blend the colors as well, which is why we use a Pessima over there. So you're going to actually be a Pessima as well. Well, no, that's not a Pessima, it's a Legrand. Is it? Yeah, that's a Legrand. Because you gotta, you want to stay more consistent with those colors, with how clean I'm trying to keep this all looking. So you're also going to be a Legrand. F11 into World Editor. Select tool. We're going to move you down this way. Then you're going to go a little bit into the floor. You're going to go a little bit into the floor. And you... I'm gonna go a little bit into the floor. Just a little more to be even. Then we're going to take the tiniest ramp possible. So this is gonna get downscaled a ton. To just give some little dirt lead ups to the cars. It just makes it cleaner overall. There's not really a good reason not to. I am gonna make you a little smaller here. Just like that. Maybe make you a little, even a little shorter here. And then we're gonna take you, Control C, Control V, move you over here, give you a quick little 180, if it wants to let me. Then we're going to close you into there, just like that. We can spin you a little more, just for evenness. I think that makes it most even here. Then, align with mesh up. Hopefully this shouldn't mess with the cars at all. It should only mess with that little dirt amount there. We don't even need to paint this dirt, or do any roll decals or anything like that. It's just supposed to make it more of a direct head-on hit. Make sure you guys are saving. So you're gonna go lock, lock, lock. Can save. Can save. Can save. Then we save the level. We're gonna actually get rid of these and then resave it. We don't need these. These are useless to us right now. Now we'll save. You'll see, so there is little amounts of dirt there, but you're not really gonna even need to see it, because if you're hitting this, you're hitting it for the cars anyway. So let's exit out of World Editor. And we got our truck here. Welcome, Michael. Michael the Snake Monkey. Interesting username. Might be one of the more creative ones we've seen around here. We're gonna give it a quick test run. I think this is about done, though. I think everything we really need, we've got. There is one ramp I haven't showed off in this video, so I guess I'll do that right here. Which is this right here. That was my own fault there. I was trying to get a nice little combo out of it, but didn't really work because there's that little divot and it got caught in there. Other than that, though, I mean, this is pretty much complete. Again, the frames are kind of tripping up right now. I think it's just because there's too many crush cars for me to have on the track while streaming. If I'm not streaming, it's fine, but when I do stream with a lot of crush cars, it gets messed up because having OBS running too just adds extra frame. So, but yeah, every ramp works exactly how I wanted it to. So, I think at that rate, we're pretty much done. Yeah, I hope you guys like this track. I'm personally quite a fan of it, but it's also important to get some community opinions on how this track looks. Do we like it? Should something get changed? Should I add a ramp? Kind of that stuff. But other than that, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this all. Oh! Oh! Looks beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it. This track took a long time, so I'm glad it all came together here. Oh, I turned my wheel a little weird right there. I'm considering not using that bus, but I don't think it's that important, because the bus it's not really creating issues that much. Like, or not really that much, like, at all. It's just kind of, it can propel you weird, but I feel like it fits the rest of the track more than putting an entire, like, container or something like that. But yeah, for technical moves, you have that little thing up there, of course. You could try on the back sides of the racing lanes, but they're a bit taller than normal. As you can see here. Your vehicle gets kind of caught right there. So you can get it, but ideally you want to use the middle ramp if you're going to try to do stuff like that. Other than that, for some bicycle action, I've done quite a bit of that. Okay, that's not what I was trying to do, but it kind of did something. What I meant to do is go over here. And you get something like that. Oh! Oh! That was quite the ending. I'm trying to really think of what else I could really do here. I think I should add one more ramp for technical moves of some sort. But at the same time, I don't really know how necessary that is. I don't want to clutter it anymore. I think we're going to wrap it up here. We're going to call this the complete track, everyone. What do we think about that? Do we think this is a good, nice, complete track? Are there any objections? Let's make sure we're nice and saved here. I'm going to save this like 1,000,000,001 times. Okay, I pressed the save level about 1,500 times. It should be saved now. But yeah, there's nothing with this track I really dislike. And this is exciting because this means that now I'll be able to move on to making another new map. First, I'm going to have to find out, before any of you guys could play this, how to put it into a file, because I don't really know how to get it off of my own save, unfortunately. I tried experimenting over the weekend and didn't really have any success. So, but I've been using just the casual BeamNG make a track tutorial, and I guarantee it's going to say something about it at the end of that, so. Oh. And to think that, you know, this morning... Yeah, BeamNG does help. Big time. From where I started this morning, I had this racing setup minus some lines and the cars weren't here. It was just the ramps and the backflip ramp. So I made this ramp, this ramp, this ramp out of this car stack, added all the other cars, all in this stream, which is a lot more efficient than I had done the initial stuff. And I think we're just about complete now. Oh, I hit it with too much speed again. You really gotta creep up on it. Just like that. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, well that's not exactly what you want to do in your freestyle run. Whoops. Oh! That's not what we were going for. Now I'm really just having fun trying to give this track a little testing, you know, like that broke it. So maybe cross-threading's a little dangerous here if you give it the wrong type of speed, cross-threading can give you some breakage, but like right there we went a little slower, we were fine. That just killed a sway bar, I think? Yeah, sway bar is gone. You landed too hard on the side. That's not really even a track thing. That would happen if you... Oh, and the shocks are out as well. Wow. That just went all around horrible. We got a flat. That's good. I'm just trying to give it some practice freestyles here. Make sure everything's working right, but I mean, I really think it is. Oh! Oh! Yeah, as soon as the stream's over, I'm gonna have to get up because my posture is absolutely horrendous at the moment, and it's starting to hurt my neck a bit. Oh. Yeah. I'm probably gonna end stream pretty soon since I'm kind of done now with everything I needed to get done on stream, so just want to give it a couple more runs around because it's kind of fun, but yeah. Oh! Yep, tie rod's out. Well, I think that's about everything we needed to have covered in this video. I mean, we have finished pretty much every component of this track. So I'm going to do a quick little flyover here to really let you guys see what the track looks like all put together. But I mean, I think we're pretty much done. So here's just a quick look at kind of how it all comes together, how all the track looks, how it all works out. I'm really happy with this. So let me guys. Oh my god, that was not a sentence. Let me know. Every time when I play BeamNG, my posture is beyond bad. Well, like I feel like it shouldn't even be that bad because I'm using my wheel and pedals setup, my wheel and pedals and everything. So I feel like that would make me have good posture, but for whatever reason, I just don't, and I don't really know what's causing that. But yeah, I think that's really everything you really need in a track. I mean, we have stoppies and moonwalks over here, bicycles over here, big air over here and over here, slap wheelies right here, mini flip there, back flip there, some just general ramps. We have both racing lanes, big air coming off those sides, a little bit of cross-setting here to there, going here to there. There's not really anything that this track is missing. I tried not to over clutter it, so I could have added more, but I felt like I was kind of running out of space and I didn't want to overdo it necessarily, so that's kind of why it does not have more ramps over here or anything, or over here. I feel like it just wouldn't be as necessary. It'd be hard to keep your speed, because the whole point of this track is I want to have some flow, so I want a truck to be able to go big air here, do a drift around here, big air here, turn around, get air here, go this way, go this way. No matter which way you go, you always have room for a next jump. But I also wanted it to have room for you to build up your momentum and get the air. So if there's a ramp right here, there's a ramp over here, you're gonna come around here, hit this ramp, then come here and hit this ramp. Whereas if you go here, you could drift all around and then hit this ramp. You just get more speed out of it. So that's why that's designed that way. This is a backflip, so I'm gonna have to explain that whenever I do find out how to post this file, because people are gonna think this is like for sky wheelies or something. This is a backflip ramp. This is for mini flips. I will demonstrate it one more time in today's stream, or I guess in this stream. I might stream later, depending on my mood, but I'll demonstrate this one last time here. Okay, well, you gotta hit it square. It's a very particular ramp. You have to hit it square and with the right amount of speed, or that's gonna happen to you. You gotta hit it perfectly just like that. And I probably could have gotten a consecutive out of that. Whereas if you just want a perfect landing, you gotta give it a little bit more gas than what I'm doing. But at the right time, because if you do the gas too soon, it's gonna go all the ways it could go wrong. So you kind of find that sweet spot here. See, that was too much. But if you go too little, you might end up under-rotating or getting like that more consecutive kind of landing on it. That just was weird. My tire clips the car odd. And I know it's not entirely perfect, this ramp, but it wasn't even like intended to happen anyway, so it could be a little better, but if you hit it with the right amount of speed, like a real mini flip. See, if you hit it like any other mini flip, it's perfect. You just can't hit it with too much speed, and you're fine. You just gotta go fast, then slow approach, then accelerate, and you get the exact landing that you're looking for. Put this in reverse here, and set this down. Oh, hold on. Whoops. Went over there. Anyway, that's everything I have to cover today. I mean, the track is complete. It's a little laggy right now because I have to close out the game so I open Windows. But, I mean, this is the full completed track. Nothing I could really say is missing from it. It really has every part that you could ask for in a track. It has room for flow, big air. You could build up momentum. You could slow down different places, get technical moves. There is everything on this track. Some straight drag racing that's pretty fun to use. I haven't actually tried the blue lane yet. You might end up crashing into this if you get a little inconsistent, but that's just part of the fun. The backflip ramp looks a little uneven. I don't know why that is. Might have just been that angle, but yeah, there's nothing really too bad about this track, so hopefully you guys like it. I'll get it posted at some point once I figure out how to do that, but for now, that's the track completed, and I'll see you later.